Yo, it's your boy bigAL Cherry, man. We are live at South by Southwest 2016 in Austin, Texas. The Kingdom Experience, having a great time. Wish you were here.
Yeah. So you are an artist. You also work for a radio station, but I'll start off asking my way to radio question. What was your introduction to Christian hip hop?
My first introduction to Christian hip hop in 1996 when I graduated from high school. The day after I graduated, my mentor came to my house and he said, hey man, what are you doing for the summer? I was like, working at McDonald's. And he said, you want to come work for me at my radio station? He had a very small, low-powered AM gospel radio station. And I go there and I'm listening to the music and I was like, you know, they were playing a lot of quartet music, and I like quartet music. I like all forms of music, but you know, I was kind of drawn to like trying to present something different because I was younger. And at the time, man, we got a CD in the mail from Grape Tree Records that was like Music to Ride To,
Yeah.
Volume 2.
Yeah.
And man, I put that thing on, and that was my introduction. Lil Rascal, Antonius, Prime Minister, you know what I'm saying, all these cats, and they were doing it, and then I became hip to the sounds of Dietrich Haddon and Tone, and of course Kirk Franklin. So that was like my introduction to Christian hip hop. Then of course later on I started to learn about Mike Peace and Tone Rats and all these cats, man, that have been doing the cross movement, and all that stuff, and that's how it started, man, for me. So
yeah. And so were you doing music at the time? Like, did you see it?
Well, actually, I was singing more than I was doing hip hop, and I had a choral scholarship to Grambling State University. I sang first tenor back in the Gap, so I still do a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I wasn't seeking to do music professionally. I was just trying to go to school, man, and get a degree because nobody in my immediate family had finished college, and I wanted to be the first, and that was my game.
Yeah. So you're an artist, and now you're also program director of the station. Tell me a little bit about that experience and kind of that transition now that you're on the other side of things. Yeah, man. Well,
I'm the program director and the station manager and the morning show host at KBYO 92.7 FM in Monroe, Louisiana. We're known as Power 92.7.FM, positive hip hop and R&B, and we are at the moment the first full power terrestrial FM fully formatted positive hip hop and R&B station, which means that we don't play any pop music, we don't play any rock music. Our format is hip hop and R&B. Yeah. So we're very grateful in that. 2 years ago, when everything kind of came to fruition and the station launched, to launch the station, I actually retired. Well, I didn't retire, I quit teaching. I spent over a decade teaching high school mathematics, and I was presented with this opportunity to go in and help build this station, and I took a huge pay cut to do it, but I'm very grateful to be able to offer a platform and share with our community, because we're an FM station, we're right there in the community, so we get to do a lot of things in the community. Yeah. So I get to educate and inform our community and make them aware of this genre of music that I have been doing for years, because in our area, they knew three people. They knew bigAL, Canton Jones, and Lecrae.
Yeah.
That was it. It was like outside of that, they didn't know anybody. And so now they're starting to know, the Andy Minios and the Triple E's, and they're starting to know some of these newer guys, Keyshawn Furlow and Aha Gazelle, who's from our area. We started playing his music, and he's just taking off right now. And then of course the Mike Reels and the Flames, and the Ruslan and Propaganda. Like, they're starting to know that John Gibbs and Jay Gibbons, they're knowing all of this, and so it's like, where did this genre of music come from? And to be able to share that with them, and then of course because of our online presence, share it even more so with the world, it's great for me. I've always been a person who believed that when I went into a church or an organization as an artist, that I didn't just go in there representing myself, my family, or my church, but I took the genre on my back. And it was like, I always tried to make sure that I left a great impression, so that one, either the church will say, hey, that rap wasn't too bad, let me bring bigAL back, or two, well, if bigAL wasn't too bad, let's try another artist. Yeah. And that to me means we're winning. And that's, to be able to have this station now as another platform to share the music and get, to help the artists out and get their music to another demographic of people, is just a blessing. So,
yeah. So do you see things differently from the program director's perspective than maybe you did when you were an artist, and now you understand the inside of it a little bit more?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's over the top, man. August 2014, I'll never forget it. I spent the entire month listening to over 1,300 Christian hip hop songs, and R&B songs. And man, I was so tired of hip hop for a minute. It was like, I was like, oh my God, I'm over inundated. But because of radio, my boss gave me a mandate to cut that in half. So I had to pick 600 of the 13.
Yeah.
And then he told me to cut that in half. And he said, that's how we're gonna run the station. And I learned a lot about radio, you know, and not just being a rap DJ, you know, coming out of a song going into another one, but to actually have content and to build a show. And you know, I built the Clocks at our radio station from scratch. People don't understand, man. And so, you know, and I know a lot of people say, I get tired of radio. Well, you know what? Here's the deal. We actually tell you what you want to hear. Like, you know, that's what we do. So, you know, it's a tedious process for me anyway, because there's no testing for Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's trial and error. Yeah. And I've erred a few times, but I won a lot more. And so yeah, it's a lot different on this side of the ball now. Yeah. But it's challenging and it's great at the same time. So.
Has it made you a better artist yourself?
It's made me more cognizant of things that are to be radio ready. To be radio ready, to be mindful of the listener. You know, that's what radio is about. Radio is about the listener. And a lot of the times for me as an artist, I try to impress my peers, but they don't listen to the radio. They don't even listen to Christian hip hop. My peers don't. But you know, this 36-year-old lady who's got a caravan full of kids, who's trying to, you know, okay, well, my kids want to listen to this cool music, let me try it out. Well, I need to give music that her kids will like, but that mom can understand and feel and support and vibe to as well. And so it gave me a different perspective and a different challenge to say, you know what, it's not necessarily just trying to impress these guys. Yeah. You know, because at the end of the day, mom is who's going to buy that record, or mom's who's going to help fund this radio station. So I'm very cognizant of the fact that I got to make sure that mom is pleased with what we do.
Yeah. And even to the point that kind of came out during our panel discussion today, that some edginess from Christians and some words that they might say might prevent you from, as a program director, adding that to your station, right?
Yeah, man. You know, one of the things that we have pushed forward is that in our area, we are the complete antithesis of the R&B and hip hop station that's in the area. I mean, it's the largest station in our area. Well, we're different. So, okay, well, what makes us want to listen to you? We got to have the cool beats. We got to have the great songs. You know what I'm saying? We got to have stuff that people can vibe to, dance to, or whatever like that. But at the same time, it's like, I tell parents, I tell adults who are trying to buy into this, we don't have profanity in our lyrics. We don't have misogynistic undertones. We don't degrade women. Like, this is a family-friendly radio station, just being honest. So it's kind of tough if I'm playing a song and I have to blurt a word out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, mom is like, what makes you different from the beat? Nothing. And if that's the case, then we're gonna lose because we're not as popular as the beat. Yeah. So we've got to be able to you know, we've got to be a different option. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, it's kind of like if you go to Burger King or you go to Chick-fil-A. You go to Burger King, you can get 5 items for $4. I know that because I'm a big boy. You know what I'm saying? So you go get 5 items for $4. You go to Chick-fil-A and spend $4. You probably get 1 chicken tender. Yeah. Why? Because a healthier option is more expensive today. You know what I'm saying? And we try to make sure that we are a healthier option. It's like, cool, every now and again, I know you want some Burger King, but come to Chick-fil-A sometime. You know what I mean? That's just where we are.
Yeah.